You know the drill. Another month, another AI subscription, another email telling you you've hit your limit. Your limit on your creativity. You're not a customer, you're a hostage. Is this even worth it? AI life can feel just so black and white. But what if every day you got it back? All of it, yours. No corporate overlords rationing your imagination. Same amount every day. No surprises. You know exactly what you get. You know exactly what you spend. Imagine that. Certainty. DIEM. Daily credits. Daily renewal. Daily freedom. Welcome to Venice AI.
So this video is generated almost entirely with Venice AI. From the prompts for the images that prompted the video, it was all done using Venice AI with what I'm going to introduce to you today as the Venice Power User Stack. In this video, I'm going to give you an overview of what's possible with Venice AI. Aside from the editing, everything you see in this video was created by Venice, from the images, the presentation, to the landing page we're going to make, everything. And by the end of this video, you should have a good idea of where you can get started to enhance the way you use Venice. If you are a Power AI user, you've probably experienced subscription burnout and a little frustration at having to pay for credits all the time. And that can be very limiting to your creativity. But what if everything could run through one system? Venice AI not only offers the best premium text, image, and video models, but it's got an epic foundation of tokenized API credits that refresh daily called the DIEM token. I want to introduce you to a metaphor for this Venice Power User Stack, and it looks something like this. There at the bottom, we have our La Laguna DIEM. We have our water, the lifeblood of Venice, where transportation happens, goods are transported. And this is a lot like the DIEM token, which offers access to the Venice API. Now, the Venice API here are the posts, the actual foundations of homes in the city of Venice. The whole city is built on posts in this lagoon. And then built on top of this foundation is a structure for you to build anything on. Whether that's a business or an art project or, hey, a piece of content like a script, you can do it in Venice. The Venice AI interface allows us to explore some of the best models out there right now. Not only proprietary, but open source as well. You can chat, you can generate images, and you can generate videos, both from an image reference or just from a text prompt. With such a variety of high-performing models, not only can you feel free to really explore the look you want, but also Venice gives you the opportunity to stay fully private or anonymized when that's important. Not to mention uncensored when the need arises. So these three models represent your workshops. You have an overall text and intelligence workshop, you have an image workshop, and you have a video workshop. And they're all interconnected in your little Venetian palace here. Now, who's going to come into this palace? Creators, developers, agencies, power users. Anyone who's tired of subscription sprawl all over the internet and ready to save money with their API costs. And how are we going to save money on our API costs? That's the DIEM token. You get $1 worth of daily refreshing API credit. This allows for a power user to continue to experiment creatively without having to concern themselves with steadily increasing API bills in order to generate high quality material. The DIEM token refreshes daily like the tides. So let's jump back into this Venetian palace metaphor, the power user stack. We have three main ways of accessing the Venice compute power, and that is through the front end, through visual automation platforms, and through your AI-powered IDE. Our front door is the Venice interface. Easy to access, visible from all sides. The Venice interface gives you access to settings like setting your own system prompt or changing the temperature, working with images to either edit them, upscale and enhance them, or create video from them, as well as conversationally generate images from the best models around the web or videos with the most up-to-date, highest quality models around, both open source and proprietary. One of the pros of the Venice AI interface is that it's easy to see exactly the cost of each generation in Venice credits. But there's other ways to access the Venice compute power. Let's take a look at the service entrance, or N8N. N8N is a free and fair code automation software that you can run locally on your computer, on your own server, or you can simply rent it from a provider. Of course, there are other automation solutions where you can pop in your Venice API key, but I'm sharing N8N here because it's a fair code platform with a strong community and many free templates for getting started. But it allows us to connect with the Venice API and programmatically send the parameters of our requests, such as model, the prompt, the variance, resolution, aspect ratio, etc., in a visual node-based workflow environment. I have a chat trigger connected here where I can simply send a prompt right here in the interface, and it will automatically send the request to the Venice API. So now the Venice API has responded with image data, and now I need to customize what I want to do with that. So for example, I could have triggered this workflow with a webhook from an app, from an agent, and then told N8N to send the image back to the agent. In such a case in my IDE now, we would see the image here because my agent saved it for me. Or I can simply continue the workflow to save this data as a JPEG. You can view it right here in the interface. Beautiful. I could also send that image to Instagram, maybe tweet it. The possibilities are all but endless. So the service entrance connects in new ways to the Venice API that the front door just can't. Finally, we have our private dock. And this is our integrated development environment, IDE, for vibe coding. This is perhaps the most powerful part of the stack. Visual Studio Code is an open source IDE that you can download for your computer. Open it up, search for the RuCode extension and install it. Open it up in your sidebar. Click the settings gear icon. Find the API provider OpenAI compatible. Paste the Venice base URL and your Venice API key, which you can get on the API page of the Venice interface. Just click Generate New API Key, give it a name, press Create, and copy and paste it right into the API key field. Then you will be able to select from all of the models Venice API provides, from open source, uncensored, and private, to proprietary and powerful. And now you will be able to interact with the files in this folder you open on your computer. So for example, I generated all the prompts for these images that you've seen in this presentation, and I generated the entire presentation in VS Code using RuCode with the Venice AI backend. Many people call this vibe coding. Let's create an on-brand landing page explaining the Venice Power user stack and the Venetian Palace metaphor. RuCode is now using Claude Opus 4.5 via the Venice API to create a landing page for us. Boom. The Venice Power user stack. Raise your Palazzo. We even got some Italian in there. We got some nice images. We've got a beautiful setup here, just on brand, matching the presentation, the access points, and a nice footer. All this came from a few images and a few prompts. This is the Venice Power user stack. Now to sum it up, with all of these tools, the DIEM token allows you to reuse your credits every day, so you don't have to keep buying more API credits. From these DIEM waterways comes the foundation of your building projects, the Venice API. And once you're inside, you have your text workshop where ideas become words. You have your image workshop where words become visuals. And you have your video workshop where stills become motion. And the sky is the limit. Venice AI allows your creativity to truly thrive. To get started, you can start with one workflow with N8N or learning how to vibe code. The Venice YouTube channel is a great resource for finding tutorials to support you in this. And you expand from there. Never be afraid to use the Venice AI interface, but don't shy away from building your own workflows either, because that's powerful. Soon, you'll even be able to vibe code your own workflows. All of these entrance points for the power user stack in your Venetian Palace work together and can help enhance each other. The interface can help you understand the settings better. The N8N workflows can help you understand what's possible better. And the IDE vibe coding interface can help you build almost anything with the premium agentic AI models available on the Venice API. So that's it. Raise your palace. Come check out the Venice Discord, where the community shares what they're building and working on. And if you've never used Venice, head over to Venice.ai today and check it out. You will not be disappointed in the power that it has to offer you, even if you don't want to use the API and the DIEM token. Happy building.